Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, news director at Backyard Broadcasting.
We have been a little bit lucky because the weather hasn't been too frigid, but as we transition into winter, no one wants to be insecure about how to heat their homes this winter or any winter in the Northeast. And to make matters worse, some area residents think there's no way to afford heating oil that they would bring comfort to their house, so instead maybe they use dangerous methods for heat, inside heaters or kerosene or maybe even stovetop burners. To those families, either the ones you know, maybe family members or veterans you know, if they're forced to heat their homes this way, well, we want to introduce you to Echo Mitchell and Vince Reeder of Reeder Brothers Heating and Oil because they do hats for heat, which are helping these folks. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be here.
I'm so glad to see you. We talked early, a couple years ago, about hats for heat, right on the second year when you had gotten it started. Now it's 4 years gone. Vince, how is that going?
It has done nothing but grown. And expanded, and more people know about it. So the word's getting out, and we're getting many more requests because more people are in need. So it's going great.
Yay.
And the community support is phenomenal.
Tell me a little bit about the origins of Hats for Heat. I know you had begun this idea, and it sort of started itself in a way.
It was very organic. I had ordered a few hats for my family, and I put a post on Facebook, and it kind of blew up. And we just came up with the idea to sell hats and take 100% of the profits and give people free heating oil. So we had to start the 501c3 process and all that stuff and get everything set up.
I'm sure.
And here we are today.
Fundraisers that we got a chance to see you guys. You put a lot of stuff on Facebook. And
last year we had 118.
And all of the Loyal Sock Hotel.
Yes.
Oh.
So many people donated and fantastic baskets, amazing things, and it raised so much money. It was really phenomenal.
Unreal. Now, I guess as the community gets to know a little bit more about Hats for Heat, you're getting people that are going like, my grandfather is in a situation where he can't help himself. How are you able to then vet these folks and make sure that everybody can be served?
We do a lot of vetting because the list is so long.
Sure.
We just kind of go down through the list and we hear stories, usually from family members or friends, but we've heard from caseworkers about them going to a house and they're using space heaters and they see it's very dangerous, so they'll reach out to us. And we just actually had one of them the beginning of last.
Tell me a little bit about how people react when you show up to fill their heating oil.
It is, it's awesome. It's a really awesome feeling.
It's very heartwarming.
I'm sure.
Because the people we tried to give to, either they have nowhere else to turn at that point, and or it's usually something tragic happened in their life, whether they lose a spouse or, cancer diagnosis or something, and nothing seems to be going right, and they then have to worry about how am I going to heat my house. So it's
the
nice
basics.
Yes. So it's very nice to knock on a door and say, that's taken care of by the community donations, and they can stay warm.
You said some people are using space heaters, and we were talking about how that can be so dangerous. Have you been in homes where you're like, oh my gosh, that newspaper could ignite right now?
Yes, or close to curtains, especially in mobile homes. I see it a lot. The outlets on an outside wall, and they put them by windows. And I'm going back to fix a furnace, and I'm like, that's way too close to the curtains. You can't. And you see it on the news a lot about fires.
Are you able to give advice to the homeowners? Do they
I most certainly do, yes. And I will see heaters that are like from the 70s that you could cook an egg on.
Oh, my goodness.
And they are the ones that I'm like, I try to nudge them in the right direction to get safer ones.
Sure.
Yes.
Echo Mitchell, you were describing before we got started here, your job is part of a company that does the cleanup.
Yes, I work at ServPro, fire, water, and mold restoration, and we see a lot on the other end with fires. Electrical fires from space heaters are a huge thing, very, very dangerous. And then, of course, the curtains, other things just catch fire, but mostly it's the electrical. People's electrical isn't up to date, and their space heaters just blow it, and it catches the wall on fire, and it becomes a huge problem. Very, very dangerous and very common.
We were hoping to have a firefighter with us today, but I guess Kenny Smith is ill today.
Yes.
We wanted to have him as a spokesperson, kind of as first responders have to deal with. And how often does that happen? Do you have any of that information?
I do not have any of that information. I could just tell you by watching the news. I just saw this morning my house had gone up due to heating other methods. It's very common.
I just want people to know that they can get involved with Hats for Heat so that this doesn't have to happen. If you have a family member that is out there using a space heater that's in a dangerous situation, what can family members do when they call you?
You can reach out to us we have a Facebook, Hats
Okay.
for Heat Facebook. You can reach out to us there. We have a messenger. We answer that.
Okay.
And Vince's cell phone is on there as well, and you can call him there.
Yeah, I get a lot of phone calls. Emails, vincereader@gmail.com. That's mainly the best way.
Or people
get a
that
hold
know
of
us personally, they'll reach out on our personal Facebooks, which is okay too.
And many of the customers that you may have fallen into these circumstances as well, or maybe a past customer that they know that you're there to help them.
Yeah, being that we have an oil company since 1998, we do have a lot of customers, so they will recommend a lot of people. And it is something as we go on here, the gap of people that normally wouldn't ask are now asking.
Okay.
The gap is widening, let's put it that way. It's not just the people that qualify for the LIHEAP program.
Which is another important thing. People
That
don't
people
know
can-
about LIHEAP.
They can apply for that and
Yes.
then receive some.
Free assistance. Yeah.
The gap has gotten bigger where it's expanded, where they make a little bit too much money.
I see.
And
Just
they
right over the
don't.
border.
Oh.
Then they still have to buy the groceries and everything else, so the price of everything going up. So
So you fill that gap if you can.
yes,
If we can, yes.
we have had people that have been $12 over the LIHEAP threshold, and they get absolutely nothing.
Oh my! There should be like a plus minus
There
or
should be a
something.
step, yes, a step program somewhere.
I would love to see that, where if they were funding $1,000, you take that $12 off.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, we try to fill that gap as well. And yeah, just heartwarming stories. We just ran into a lady that had MS down outside of Muncie there, and we found out about her, and we got her tank filled up. Somebody had just come down with cancer and had no means to fill his oil tank, so we got him filled up. They were the two latest ones.
What's a gallon of oil go for now?
Right now, currently, it's $349.9.
And what is an average tank size?
An average tank is usually 275 gallons.
Oh my goodness!
a lot.
And it's a 100-gallon minimum. So if you just get the minimum, you're looking at $350.
And sometimes people don't have that at the
No.
end of the paycheck.
No, living paycheck to paycheck, which a lot of us seem to do with the prices of everything. It's hard, and 100 gallons doesn't go that far when it gets brutal cold.
Now, what do you face as a company? Do you have prices that change for Reader Brothers Oil that you sort of have to smooth over?
Yes, we get a price sheet every day.
Okay.
Of what our price is going to be midnight to midnight the next calendar day.
Wow.
So when we get that fax, that's how we have to adjust our price.
That's like on the fly.
Yes.
It is. It is on the fly. Now, we don't adjust if it goes up a couple cents. We do not raise,
Okay.
anything like that. But it's usually in 5-cent increments. But yeah, it is such a volatile market. I know when that happened over in Israel there, we went up 10 cents within an hour.
Oh my gosh. That's hard to fathom as a person that doesn't work with it every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's taxing as an oil company.
And it's shocking
We're
for
in-
customers.
Oh, sure, because
Yeah.
we're trying to follow along for our budgets.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yes.
Well, we want to help with Hats for Heat. Now, Echo, you are a person that takes care of a lot of the ordering of shirts and hats now, or did you do the ordering for? How is it
We
working?
kind of do it together.
Okay.
It depends on who's available at the time because we're very busy.
Yeah, we are fully stocked with all the apparel, T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats. We will have. It'll be our third annual event at the Loyalsock Hotel.
Oh, good.
That's going to be. We're going to run it 2 days this year because it was so busy last year. So that will be January 27th and 28th, and we're still figuring out the final details. But we believe we're going to have breakfast both days.
Oh, nice.
So we will be open at 8 o'clock until closing time Friday
music
or
and-
Saturday and Sunday. Yep.
Great.
And there will be, hopefully, if our basket wearers step up for us like they did last year, we have over 100 baskets.
Yeah, we had 118 last year.
Yeah,
so.
and that raised over $30,000.
I
I
just
think
the
it was like
baskets.
38,000.
Wow.
Yes.
And the first year, you guys raised like 10,000 or something.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't
yes.
much.
and you were so excited.
Total, the whole event, I believe, was about 16.
Okay.
But that's with the cash donations and everything.
Yeah.
But in overall, the baskets alone last year was
Oh,
over
and I was
38.
tickled pink.
Oh, yes.
After that first
It was
year.
fantastic. It was great.
and it just keeps growing.
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Yes.
It's mind-blowing and so awesome. It's
Yes.
amazing.
We see the terrible end of it but we also see the awesome end of it. Everybody that donates and steps up, there is so many awesome people.
Oh, there really is. This community is full of really just.
And we get to see that as well. So.
And they get to be your friends.
Yes.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
There's a lot of great people.
I'm so glad that Hats for Heat is so successful in this area where you just aren't sure people aren't stepping up and saying, hey, I have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they're hidden problems. And,
Yes.
and hopefully you're a platform that can uncover them a little bit and help the people.
Yes, and a lot of people are too proud to ask themselves, and I would just say don't be.
Everybody needs help.
Yeah, get a hold of me, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I know in October, we kind of focused on the breast cancer and cancer in general, and we had donated to people that lost somebody to cancer and or battled it and won.
Yeah.
So we happened to touch on that through October. So we're expanding in every way to help out people and kind of touch hearts. And
You two are the spokespeople here. Does the rest of the family do a lot of helping? I guess you would probably have to have a lot of support.
it is actually her and I rocking this boat. Yeah, they're out delivering the fuel. But her and I don't know. It was very organically, and we had no idea it'd come to this.
I did.
But
You felt the calling.
yeah, but it's me and her, and we kind of rock it. And
You definitely do.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
And every picture I see of you guys, you just look so happy and this wonderful experience.
It's amazing. Really, honestly, it's an incredible blessing to be a part of.
Wonderful. How else can we help you? We want to spread the word. We want to make sure people are buying hats. You could have a little pop-up stand here at
Yes,
4 Mile Drive.
That would be awesome if you guys would do that for us. I guess getting a hold of us would be the biggest thing through Facebook, the Hats for Heat page, and or I have a Vince Reader page. You can message me on there. Again, my email is vincereader@gmail.com. You can reach out to me that way. We have all the hats at my house. We also have them in Melito's on Broad Street in Mentor, so you can stop in there and get a
There's
outstanding sub. And
Summit Grimm, Summit Creekside.
Yep. Creekside Market on 87 and Grimm's in Warrensville. They sell them as well.
If a company said, hey, we want to put hats in our lobby for you, would you be willing
Oh,
to
my
do
gosh,
that?
we would love
the
that.
Shop on Broad also has some.
Oh, yeah, the shop on Broad
That sounds like
Street.
the next step
Yes.
here.
Yeah, it would be awesome because getting them out, and obviously having a full-time job,
Sure.
it's kind of tough,
It's
but we do
exhausting.
make it work. We accept donations. Again, we're a 501c3, so any donations are made out to Hats for Heat, and that strictly, when we get donations, that goes straight into an oil tank. 100% of the profits
Amazing.
go right to the people in need. So whatever you write a check out for or donate,
Goes right back out.
that's going in an oil tank somewhere.
What does it mean to have a 501c3? Do you have to do a lot of paperwork to make that happen?
Yes.
And a lawyer.
Okay.
The lawyer is very helpful.
Yeah, a nonprofit, like I said, 100% of the profits go straight back into the community, and we didn't know what we were getting into when we first started this. So
You could probably teach some people what to do
yes,
now.
at this point we could. But we had gone through Malcolm Messina down there, and he did a great job for us and got everything set up. And here we are. It'll be our 3rd annual event at the end of January, and hopefully keep getting bigger.
Another thing that really helps is the baskets. And no basket is too little. There's nothing you can donate that wouldn't be helpful. So any baskets. We can pick them up. You can drop them off at the Loyalsock Hotel. All of that. That's probably our biggest fundraiser.
And it's
currently.
so exciting because you don't know what's going to be there. It's almost
Yes.
like a flea market. Like,
Oh,
what
yes.
are we going to find?
And there's so many good things. There really is.
It is fun getting the baskets.
Each one's-
It's not fun. We're not allowed to put tickets
Yes,
in a lot of them because they are really nice baskets.
They are.
And so if somebody wants to donate, they can just drop them off before this event or make arrangements before January to get them
I
delivered.
guess we would want them. The event is Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and 28th of January. So any baskets prior to, but it'd sure be nice to have them by January 21st or something like that.
Right in that week.
Like the weekend before, so we can get everything around and set up that we get ready for the big event.
I've watched it on Facebook. You guys recorded it a couple of years
Yes.
ago. So you can get an idea of how it goes and what
Yeah.
some of the baskets are, too, if
Yeah.
you need ideas.
Yeah, there is. I call them the basket warriors, but that's really what, there's no overhead with that. They donate a basket. When we sell a hat, it's just the profits of. So the baskets are a blessing to a lot of people.
both ways, to make and to receive.
Yes.
Maybe they go out as
Absolutely.
gifts, or something like, oh, I could really use this for the home. Or whatever.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, I love it, and I love knowing you. And when I hear about Hats for Heat, I go, "Oh yeah, go Vince, go Echo, good job!" And
Yes.
it's really wonderful to help out the members of our community and veterans, particularly who may also be the type of people that don't want to ask for any
Yes.
help.
Yes, they are very proud,
Yeah.
and they will not ask. We've had veterans that they have gone 2 months in the winter without heat until somebody found out and got a hold of us.
Oh my!
And we ended up helping them out. But they're very proud individuals, and veterans have a special place in my heart. Now, we will donate to anybody. We try to hit up as many as possible and that are in need.
Well, and the hats have that special sort of American flavor to them, so
Yes.
it's a
They
sort
do.
of honor the whole
Yes,
group.
they do. Yep, they have the flag on the front of. I think
Most
we're
of
up
them
to
do.
maybe 16
Yes,
different
I think
hats,
16.
and probably 13 of them have the flag on the front. So yeah.
You also have like the creativity to be able to, like you did in October, we'll sell some breast cancer awareness shirts that go
Yeah.
along with Hats for
Yes.
Heat. So you can kind of pop up anytime you want with extras.
Yeah, we're trying to expand as much as possible,
Get
and
some
again,
different
let's
colors.
try to satisfy everybody's taste and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, soon you're going to have a fashion department for
Yes,
that. For sure.
we'll have to have maybe an
She
online
will-
store.
yeah, she will be doing that part. Yeah.
You can retire, but you're too young
Yes.
for that. But maybe an early retirement. Do that. Well, I'm just so grateful for your work that helps our community, and it's so nice to know you and really meet you, Echo. I've seen
Nice
you
to meet
busy
you too,
before,
yes.
but no, fine. Vince Reeder, Echo Mitchell, Vince of Reeder Brothers Oil.
Yeah.
How long
Reeder
have you
Brothers.
guys been in this community?
We have we started in July 1998
Oh.
and been around ever since. We were based out of Hughesville, our office for a while. Now we are Johnson's parking lot on Broad Street in Mentorsville.
Big 25-year anniversary this summer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Picnic?
We did not have a
No, we
picnic.
didn't do anything.
We
should
didn't
have.
do anything, but yes, July 25th, I guess that was our 25-year. Yeah, we've been around, and we have also, I'll say this, we delivered to Lycoming County, Sullivan County, Clinton County, and Columbia County. But we have also received requests for heating oil outside of our area.
Oh.
And I asked them who their oil supplier is, and I will get a hold of them, and I will send them a check for them to fill their tank. So we've delivered, I know we've had a few outside the state, but I know up here, the most recent one was up in Lock Haven, but we got a veteran up there,
Okay.
a full tank of oil from his oil company up there.
Would that spur then another oil company to do this same project?
We hope so. That's the goal. We would love everybody to be able to give back.
Yeah, if me and her can do this amount, I think anybody can do such things. So it'd be nice to see it expand, more giving.
Inspired by you guys and your big hearts. So thank you for Hats for Heat.
Thank you for having
Yes,
us.
absolutely.
We're so glad to be able to talk about it today on In Touch. Echo Mitchell, Vince, I'm going to call you Vince
Yeah.
Reeder.
Whichever one. He goes by all of it.
Yeah. I was Vince till I was 18, and I was Vinny, so whatever you want works for me. Yep.
So it's great to have you here today on In Touch. Thank you for sharing everything about Hats for Heat here with us.
Oh, yes, and thank you guys for everything you do and getting the word out there. That essentially helps more people.
We'll see you at the Loyal Sock Hotel coming up on January 27th and 28th for your next fundraiser.
Yes, so excited.
Yes.
Take care.
You too.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5, 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA 17701. Attention Freddi Hammer. Or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archived programs of our In Touch series, you can download and subscribe to our new Backyard Podcasting feature through a link on any Backyard Broadcasting website or obtained where podcasts are available. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.